Hello everyone, my name is Ian, you're watching Big Rock Outdoors, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Electric bicycles, or e-bikes as most people call them, are becoming hugely popular throughout the entire world, and there's a lot of good reasons for that. For one, they make excellent urban commuters, so if you want to get back and forth to work, get groceries, do whatever you want to do in town, you can do it without having to work up so much of a sweat pedaling a normal bike. For recreational uses, they're also really great. It takes the hard work out of really steep hills, allowing you to have more fun and to ride farther, and allowing people who aren't as physically fit or maybe as athletic to be more into the sport and to go on longer rides with other people who might be on normal bikes. Electric bikes also allow you to get a more controlled workout because you can tune in the amount of electric assist you want, allowing you to control your heart rate and how hard you're working, which is something you can't do on a normal bicycle. Now, I have quite a bit of experience with electric bicycles, everything from very high-end electric bikes that I own, including my recent Specialized Turbo Levo SL and my brand new Turbo Levo Gen 3, which are $8,000 high-end electric mountain bikes, to affordable products like this and other electric bikes in this price range. So this is a review of the Ride1UP Core-5 electric bicycle. They were so generous to send this out for me and my wife to test out, and this is actually my wife's bicycle. And I was sure to order the step-through model, which doesn't have that top frame bar, so that if she steps off the front, it's just you don't have that frame getting in your way, and getting on and off the bike is a lot more friendly. And I think a lot of people will really appreciate this step-through design. So let's talk through some of the specs and features of the Ride1UP Core-5 and tell you why I think it's one of the best value electric bikes on the market. So as I'm filming this bike, the Core-5 model, comes in around $1,095 US, but sometimes the price goes up and down and sometimes they do run sales. And if there's any discounts or anything, I'm going to put that below in the description of the video, so make sure to check that out before you order your bike and use the link that I provide. So electric bikes are divided into classes based on sort of the laws and legislation that surround these things here in the USA. So this is a Class 3 e-bike, meaning that the pedal assist works up to 28 miles an hour if you're pedaling, and then you have a thumb throttle that you don't have to pedal, and that will assist up to around 20 miles an hour. This bike is using a 750 watt, 60 Newton meters of torque hub drive motor, and the engagement is very smooth and very powerful and very seamless. So Ride1UP is using a 6061 aluminum frame. Also, the battery is removable. That's one thing I really like, is that the battery has a keyed lock, so you can lock it on and you can remove it for travel or storage or just anti-theft if that's something you're concerned about. Speaking of the battery, what you're looking at is a 48-volt system, and it's a 10.4 amp hour battery, which gives you quite a bit of range, and it uses a smart battery management system. Talking through some of the componentry on the bike, for the money that you're paying, the componentry is really quite good. You've got the Tektro mechanical disc brakes, which provide plenty of stopping power. You've got Shimano Altus rear derailleurs, so the gear shifting is really nice and smooth. The handlebars have this nice swept back shape, and you've got these ergonomic grips, which are very comfortable. I've ridden this bike quite a bit, and my wife has commented as well that for the way she likes to ride, this is a super comfortable position, and the handlebars and grips are also very comfortable. Also, it's a well padded, well shaped seat. It's not like a super skinny seat you see on like a racing bike. Some other things I wanted to point out about the bike: you've got Akenda tires, which are really good name brand quality tire. The rims seem to be pretty durable and well made. The seat post has a very wide range of adjustment, so they say that this bike fits anyone from like 5 foot to around 6 foot in height. So if you're a shorter rider, maybe a female, my wife for instance is 5'4", and it fits her very well, although it would fit someone even shorter than that. A few other things I wanted to point out: you have a kickstand, which makes parking the bike very easy. You have bolt holes for mounting up like a cargo rack on the back, and you also have a water bottle mount there on the seat tube, so it's easy to mount a water bottle if that's something you want to do. So I think it could be made into a very practical bike, putting on racks and fenders and things like that if you're going to use this every day. A few more specs on this bike that you should know about. It has a 19-inch standover height. It weighs, with the battery, about 49 pounds. And Ride1UP says that the weight capacity on this bike is up to 275 pounds. So even if you're a heavier, larger person, this bike is going to hold up to you pretty well. So let's talk a little bit about the riding experience of the Ride1UP Core-5. So this is a non-suspension bike. So this is not like a mountain bike designed for super rough trails, although you can, and we definitely have, taken it on dirt roads and gravel roads, and it handles that just fine. The overall riding experience of this bike, after both my wife and I have been riding it this past couple of months, it's just very smooth, very effortless, and it just gets out of your way. It doesn't do anything unexpected, and it provides for just a seamless ride. The pedal assist comes on very, very smooth. It's not abrupt like some other bikes I've ridden. It has a very useful range of pedal assist adjustment with the LCD controller. It's very, very easy to use. And if you want to use the thumb throttle, I like how they did the thumb throttle instead of like a twist throttle. I think it's a safer implementation than some other bikes out there. And that also works very, very smoothly in case you want to take a break and not pedal. One thing that my wife has really commented on and why she's fallen in love with this bike and with e-bikes in general is that she says, you know, if I want to work out, I can work harder. If I want to go up the hill faster and keep up with me when I'm riding my other bikes, she can turn up the assist and power up the hills very, very quickly. So what this has allowed us to do as a family is to get out and ride more, because I'm more of an athletic rider. I've been riding bikes for a long time. I ride road bikes and mountain bikes, and I just have that level of fitness. But it allows her to get on this, and because it's electric assist, to keep up and not struggle on the steeper, longer hills or in that more difficult terrain. She can ride farther and she has more fun. And to me, that makes it worth every single penny. And really, if you look at the price of this bike coming in at around $1,000 is actually less expensive than the mountain bike that I sold in order to get her this. So I had bought a Trek mountain bike, which was a hardtail. It was a nice bike, but it was a non-e-bike, and I think it was around $1,200. I ended up selling that and getting her this just because this fits her so much better and allows her to ride faster, further, and just enjoy the experience a lot more. So to wrap up my summary of my experience and my wife's experience with this bike, we're very, very happy with it. We're grateful to Ride1UP for sort of partnering with the channel and sending this thing out for us to test. And we do get to keep the bike. I'm very, very grateful about that. It's a great addition to our family. And would I pay my own money for this bike? Absolutely. This is a bike that I would absolutely buy again or buy for a friend or another person in the family. And when my daughter's old enough, I'd like to get her something like this. So they seem to be a good company with good support, good website, good communication. The assembly was pretty easy, so I have no hesitation in recommending it. Do keep in mind that any of these mail order bikes, you are going to have to assemble it yourself, which is not very hard, but I do believe they have some sort of assembly service, which they talk about on their website, which maybe someone comes and helps you with that, or there's ways to do that. You can have bike shops help you and things like that. But if you just have a few basic tools, it's pretty easy to put together. It probably took me 20 or 30 minutes to put this thing together and have it out on the road. So I really hope this was useful. Thanks again to Ride1UP for sending this out for testing. We're really, really enjoying it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below and I'll be sure to get to those. Other than that, please ride safe, happy travels, and we'll see you out there.